Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Tuesday evening, 4th of August. The time is exactly 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Seminar conducted for participants in Eritrean Community Festival in the U.S. World Breastfeeding Week observed at national level. At least 30 killed as Russia and Ukraine exchange heavy attacks. India's rare earth quest takes it to Uzbekistan. Great to have you with us. We're proceeding with our reports. Mr. Yusuf Saeq, head of the Organizational Affairs of the PFDJ, conducted a seminar for participants at the 52nd Eritrean Community Festival in the United States, noting that the unity and value nurtured by the Eritrean people during the long years of struggle for independence have enabled Eritrea to reach a stable stage despite various external hostilities. Mr. Yusuf said that Eritrea has become a force for peace capable of playing a significant role in promoting peace and stability in the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea region. Referring to the global uncertainty and instability prevailing in the Horn of Africa, Mr. Yusuf said that the challenge should not be taken lightly. He stated that by safeguarding the victories already achieved, taking advantage of existing opportunities, and ensuring the active participation of its citizens at home and abroad, Eritrea has reached a reliable stage. Mr. Yusuf also emphasized the importance of nationals, particularly those in diaspora, strengthen their professional and economic contribution with a view to reinforcing national unity and improving the country's economic standing. The annual Eritrean Community Festival in the United States was also colorfully conducted from 31st July to 2nd of August in Dallas, Texas, under the theme Our Resilience, Our Guarantee. The festival featured programs organized by Eritrean community reflecting Eritrea's culture and history, as well as the Eritrean people's enduring resilience and perseverance. The festival also included cultural and artistic performance, displays, and presentations focusing on Eritrea's ancient and historical heritage, educational seminars, products from Eritrean enterprises, a book fair, innovation and creativity displays, a revolution school village, and sports activities. Likewise, a discussion forum aimed at encouraging the participation of Eritrean professionals in the nation-building process was organized by the Eritrean Professionals Association. At the concluding event of the festival, awards were presented to the winners of various competitions, while certificates of recognition were presented to those who contributed and participated in the successful organization of colorful festival. World Breastfeeding Week has been observed at the national level today, 4th of August in Asmara, under the theme Breastfeeding is a Sustainable Start in Life, Strengthen What Works. Sister Amleset Hagos, head of gastronomy at the Ministry of Health, said that breast milk requires no preparation or supplementary feeding, is naturally available and clean, contributes significantly to infants' development, and contains all the essential nutrients they need. Noting that there is a tendency to undervalue breastfeeding and replace breast milk with manufactured formula, Sister Amleset called on mothers to give priority to this essential and natural source of nutrition for their infants. Noting that the observance serves as a reminder to promote breastfeeding and invest in children, Mr. Amanuel Girmatzion, head of communication and training at the Ministry of Health, said that responsibility for children's development should not be left to mothers alone and called for stronger community participation. At the event, the Eritrean Medical Association conducted a conference focusing on the importance of breastfeeding for children's development and consequences of stopping breastfeeding prematurely and the role of fathers in this effort. The participants held extensive discussions on the issue raised at the conference and adopted various recommendations. Awards were also presented to the winners of general knowledge competitions. World Breastfeeding Week is being observed for the 34th time at the international level and for 24th time at the national level. The Ministry of Health branch in the Gashwarka region organized a seminar for area administrators, village coordinators, and public representatives aimed at enhancing their understanding of measures that can be taken to control the prevalence of malaria. The main topics addressed at the seminar included the cause and consequences of malaria and measures for its control, the public health and economic consequences that could arise from negligence and significance of environmental sanitation activities in controlling the prevalence of malaria. Nurse Tewelde Mikael, head of the health facilities in the Shambuk sub-zone, noted that sustained awareness-raising activities were being conducted in collaboration with partners and called for the application of all available measures to control malaria. He also urged the proper use of insecticides, treated bed nets, and the clearing of potential mosquito breeding sites. Mr. Tarek Abai, representing the administrator of the subzone, expressed the subzonal administration's readiness to strengthen its participation in efforts to control malaria and urged the public to follow the advice provided by health practitioners. Those were local news updates. Global affairs will follow as we come back. In our global affairs, at least 19 people have been killed in Russia and 11 in Ukraine, according to local officials from each side, as both countries continue to exchange attacks. Early today, Russian state news agency TASS said that 5 people had been killed in a drone attack with 6 others injured in Moscow region, according to its governor. Veniamin Kondratiev, the governor of Russia's southern region, said 7 people, including 3 children, were killed and nearly 40 wounded when drone debris fell on a resort village. Civilian deaths have increased in recent months, although both sides deny targeting civilians. Also yesterday, Russia's defense ministry said the force had captured some settlements in regions of eastern Ukraine. India and Uzbekistan agreed to expand their strategic partnership with cooperation in areas including critical minerals, mining, and defense. India is looking to expand cooperation in mining and critical minerals with Uzbekistan as the two countries with historical connections that ran through the ancient Silk Road trade route deepen their strategic partnership. New Delhi has been looking to secure its supply of critical minerals aimed at trade tension that had disrupted supply chains globally. Rare earth and rare earth magnets are critical components in green energy transition, going into everything from wind turbines to electric vehicles. China currently dominates much of the rare earth trade and rare earth magnet production in the world. Uzbekistan Foreign Minister, who is on the 4-day visit to New Delhi during a meeting with his Indian counterpart, said that India is his country's reliable and most important strategic and trade partner in South Asia. India has strategic partnership with Uzbekistan and other Central Asian nations, all former Soviet republics, as they face common challenges like terrorism and drug trafficking. The two countries also share robust education and professional exchange ties, with more than 16,000 Indian students currently pursuing their studies in Uzbekistan. The eruption of the Fuego volcano in Guatemala has triggered the evacuation of at least 2 villages on its slopes. Fuego, one of the most active volcanoes in the Western Hemisphere, started spewing lava and ash yesterday. Pyroclastic currents, rivers of gas, volcanic ash, and rock fragments continue to flow down Fuego's southeastern slope early today, the government agency which monitors its activity said. Disaster Management Agency issued a nationwide orange alert, the second highest, and warned locals to be prepared as the eruption could create further pyroclastic flows and blowing ash clouds. The agency urged people to keep their windows and doors closed, and lessons have been canceled in schools close to the volcano. The agency also warned visitors and locals alike to refrain from approaching or remaining in areas at risk, in particular on the volcano slopes. Fuego is located just 16 kilometers west of the Antigua, a city popular with tourists who travel to UNESCO World Heritage Site to admire its colonial-era architecture. We're about to end our news broadcast, but here's a final look at the top stories before we say goodnight. Seminar conducted for participants in Eritrean Community Festival in the U.S. World Breastfeeding Week observed at national level. At least 30 killed as Russia and Ukraine exchange heavy attacks. And India's rare earth quest takes it to Uzbekistan. And that's all with the news for the session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. I'm Salim Brhane, wishing you a great night.